So what is this? This is Vingt Centimes. So Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good greetings. Today we are talking about Vingt Centimes. This is basically something that happened to me soon after I got back for good from France, after I have been spending 4.5 years abroad over there doing my PhD, right? So the episode actually occurred when I was here recently back from France for over, meaning throughout the 4.5 years there, I didn't even come back to Malaysia at all, right? So certain things that I didn't realize affected me. So this happened when I was driving, and then I stopped at a petrol pump station, want to pay for something, and it cost something like, for example, 4 ringgit and 20 cent, and I pay. And then suddenly the girl at the cashier responded. I will go in Malay first, because that's exactly how she responded. She says, duit apa ni? In English, basically, what kind of money is this, right? It's she asking. And then I keep looking at the money, and I didn't understand what she was confused about, because what's the problem? Only I think about 5 to 7 seconds after that, I realized that, oh my god, this is French money, or European money, basically 20 cent in euro, right? So I actually paid her with money, with coins from Europe, from France, right? I should be paying 20 cent in Malaysian currency, not in French or European currency. So that episode there led me to be laughing to myself all the way through after that, when I was driving back again, because I couldn't believe what just happened, right? What did happen? I mean, and then my mind kept wondering about what just happened. How did I pay without realizing with French money? Because this has become the norm to me, 20 cent in France, and I didn't even realize when I paid, this is not the currency that I should be using back in Malaysia, right? And there's two things that pop into my mind one after another. The first thing is that I thought, poor her. I mean, didn't she know that this value much more than the 20 cent in Malaysian currency that she are expecting, right? Because European currency is like 5 to 6 times higher or multiple than our currency, meaning that 20 centimes, 20 centimes, that is basically 20 cent, equals to, if you convert, becomes 1 ringgit and 20 cent, roughly like that, right? Which is 6 times higher than the 20 cent in Malaysian currency that she want. I mean, I keep thinking like, what a fool, something like that, along that line, right? She didn't know that she is passing up on something more valuable, and she keep insisting on something less valuable. And that kind of reflection actually triggered me to think about this life, meaning that some of us might want something of a lesser value, right? I want that, even though when someone or Almighty God give us something much more of value, we still are not thankful, because we still want the thing that is less value, because we didn't realize of the value, right? So that's one thing that triggered that I should learn from this, meaning that, is there anything in my life that I want so bad, which is actually have less value than what God already given me, for example, right? Or give me opportunity to get, which is of higher value? Do I realize that, or I'm blinded of not knowing the value of things, right? So that's number one. And I just want to extend this reflection to all of us, right? Do we have anything in this life like that? Perhaps we didn't value enough our faith, that we get it easily, right? Is sometimes, or perhaps it's much more value than what we want in this earth, in this life, for example, as an example, right? And then as I continue driving and smiling to my face like what just happened, and then that reflection comes in, and then the second reflection actually pops into my mind in a different way, in a different, how to say, context. Okay, value thing is one, but because I'm in the system where in that case she is the gatekeeper that decide what currency is of applicable, meaning that acceptable, right? Meaning only this currency is acceptable, other currency we don't care what it is, it's not acceptable here, right? So even if I claim this is much more valuable, please accept it, and on that side the system says, for example, no, we only accept this currency, so you have to use this currency or otherwise nothing is accepted. Now that triggered me to another reflection, where in the judgment day, in particular, right, in the judgment day, what currency is acceptable? What currency we can give, say, accept this and reward me or something, right? And there's only certain currency that will be acceptable and accepted as exchange, right? And if we do not have those, out of luck, we are in deep trouble. Perhaps we do not have anything to bargain or to give that is acceptable to be rewarded, for example, right? So that's another thing that I hope we also ponder upon ourselves. Do we bring with us things that is acceptable, is the currency for the afterlife? If we keep chasing this money, whatever, right, can we use that as a currency, or it's totally worthless there, right? So that's another scary thought, right? If we do not bring the currency needed, our amal, our ikhlas, etc., etc., for example, as a Muslim, then we are in deep trouble, right? So those are the two things that happen in my mind, based on what happened, right? So this is the story about Vingt Centimes that triggered that episode, that event of that exchanges in the petrol station, and then that triggers the two ponder and reflection that I still cannot forget until today, because I do not know, the episode seems funny to me, at least to me it's funny, because I still cannot realize that my mind did not recognize this is not Malaysian currency at that time. And the way she asked, like, duit apa ni, what kind of money is this, what money is this, right? She perhaps haven't seen this currency, but it leads to those two reflections. So just to reiterate, to end the video, one is, do we realize what is actually really valuable, and are we appreciative enough of those valuable things? Or perhaps we keep chasing something of lower value, not realizing we actually have the opportunity for something much more valuable, and we do not grab it and still chasing of something lower value. Is it happening in our life? And second, there's only certain type of currency acceptable by the creator in the hereafter, and if we do not bring forth those currency with us when we die, deep trouble. We do not want to even think about that possibility. So hopefully we prepare ourselves with what is needed, and yeah, do not keep chasing something that is lower value or not even have any value there, right? So hopefully this can trigger some of us to think about our life and make changes if necessary. So thank you for watching. Hopefully this is of value, inshallah, and we will see you next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and have a good week.